Hi YouTube. So anyway, I didn't get to do a full review of this car. Um, I won't do a complete full review, but it has 206,000 miles on it now. I've already put 400 miles on it since I got it Monday, and it's Friday today. I had to get the windshield replaced because it was cracked. And don't get me wrong, I think the car is kind of hideous or whatever, but here's the thing. It was cheap, it's paid off, and it gets 15 miles per gallon. The maintenance on these cars are phenomenal. There's one on YouTube, I think it's black also, it has 300,000 miles on it, and he says all he ever did was brakes, tires, change oil, and water pump, normal maintenance, nothing major. And he says that it still gets 50 miles per gallon. It's electric motor driven, and there is accessory 12-volt battery in the back, and then the hybrid batteries back here. It's got a 12.9 gallon gas tank, and I've actually driven close to almost 450 miles, but in the winter engine runs more because it's cold, without filling up gas. Now I did keep my 2014 F-150. I had to put a battery in it today because the Motorcraft battery that I got a year ago was already shot, and nobody would warranty it here. They're getting so tough, so I was like, F it. So I went and bought a new interstate battery and put it in there. Now, this does have a little bit of cosmetic damage. I don't know how to turn the light on my phone, but that's okay. I don't need no fancy car for what I need it for. It's got a little dent in here. It's got brand new tires. And they just put the new windshield in, and yeah, it looks like they painted it here and whatever, but it's going to be kind of like a parts farm car to run around. I just, matter of fact, just went and got battery for my truck in here and put my tools back here. I do have an issue. I turned the windshield wiper on with the fluid, and it started leaking here and here. So we must got a hole somewhere that's bad or whatever, so it's bound to have issues. But look at all that room I got back here. And underneath here is a spare tire, the 12-volt accessory batteries over here, the hybrid batteries back there, right where the seat's at. You can pull this out and whatever. And there's a lot of room. I think there's a light here. Doesn't do very much, but for this car, I can't complain. Here, this rattles too. That should have been fixed, but I don't care. For this car, it gets very good mileage. That's all that matters to me. Not the prettiest in the world, but there's plenty of room for me. Look at that. And I'm 6 foot almost. I never rid back here before, but plenty of room in this car. It looks so small. Look at that. Looks like a spaceship. They're not the prettiest in the world, trust me. But I like it. I don't know if I did a review on the engine or not. I don't remember, but open it up anyway. It's got a really light engine hood. There's zero rust on this car because it came from California, I guess, apparently. Let's see where we put this thing. So all it is a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder with the electric motor right there. I got all the service records. It had no accidents, about 4 owners since 09. But all highway miles, which is what you want. And it's very cold and windy out. We're supposed to get a lot of snow. It's supposed to get really, really cold. Look at all that ice. You can see the trees or leaves blowing around. But for the money I paid for this was worth it. My dad has a 2000, a 17 Honda Accord hybrid. This is a hybrid also. He has the 4-cylinder in his. I don't know what liter it is. 2 liter, I think. And his battery is getting weak, but he's got 81,000 miles on it. He bought it brand new. And we haven't done a thing to it, but change oil, and we had little problems with the radar with it, but he hasn't done anything major with that, just change oil. And the battery and everything is still good in there. Now these hybrid batteries, I know they're expensive to replace when they go out. The dealer says that this thing will run without the battery, the engine will run more, it just won't get the mileage. So, you know, if the battery goes out, it'd probably be a couple $3,000 to replace that. You know, by the time you do that, the car probably isn't worth it. So, but the hybrid battery's still working. I just checked the oil. It doesn't use any oil. It's right on full and clean. So I said, one hell of a deal for that. Jesus. The wind is just whipping stuff around. It's just crazy out there. Hi guys. So it is Saturday, February 19th, I believe. And it is runner winter storm watch. Of course, today is really windy from the south, right? This is the south. 55, 60 miles per hour. Very cold out there. Tonight's supposed to get down to 20 below zero. We're supposed to get 12 to 14 inches plus snow and wind on top of that. So, yeah, and it's going to get down to the negatives, 30 below zero for a low and 10 to 15 below for a high. So, I'm looking forward to that. Got the new battery in my Ford pickup out in the back garage where it's cold, where the avalanche's at. And this car is going to stay inside. I would normally put my pickup in the warm garage, but I just want to keep the hybrid in here, especially with that hybrid battery system. If you have to start it, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to be screwing around out in the cold. I'll just leave it in here. So, this one, I'm getting ready. This AC Delco battery was put in there a couple years ago when they put the new alternator in there, and then they had to put some wheel seals in, and they had to weld up something that broke in the front. I think that broke. And I have it on 2 amps. When I plugged it in a couple hours ago, it was on 4. I got set at 12 volts, so we'll let that charge probably most of the night. Don't want to cook the battery. Battery isn't very warm, so we're not cooking it. I don't smell acid. I checked the oil, it's good. Gas is still full since my dad put it in there when he brought it into town. That was the end of September. So I've only removed snow on my property twice this year, and it's almost going into March. So I'm happy about that, so I don't have to use this thing as much. This is where I had a guy specially welded up. So I got to be careful. What happened is I can't see my cutting edge, so my dad cut this out so I can actually see my cutting edge when I'm, pushing snow. Which, Dad, if you're watching this made it 10 times better removing snow the last couple times. I hit like a ridge on the cement out there by my mailbox, and I suppose the frame is rusty, but any skid steer would do that because it's just, it's hard on it. Going full force, and it's gonna let it play in it. It's fine, but that's not good. So when I remove snow, I don't go flying like everybody else does. I kind of take my time and ease away because this machine is looks a little rusty. Tires, they're good shape. Trust me, they ain't gonna blow out. That's been that way for 8 years I've been here. I've had this skid steer 8 years. And I don't know. I think it's okay. It's military tires. They ain't gonna blow up. They're fine. So, only thing I'm worried about, you can see the belts coming apart. My dad's already did that, his skid steer. That's why I haven't been running it, because the oil's leaking somewhere other than variable hoses or something like they always do. So, it's probably spraying oil on it and wrecking the belts. Other than that, should have had that cover put back on there. Oh, that's right. It's coming out of that hole again. I just had that fixed, but everything leaks. I don't care. Every skid loader leaks, and she's leaking quite a bit of oil. Interesting. I'll just pretend I didn't see that. But yeah, this thing's been a good engine. The muffler's been good. It works good for what I need it for. I put a couple hoses on here since I've owned it. Some plugs. Let's see, battery alternator, wheel seals, couple hoses here. These hoses went bad. Holes right here went bad on me right there. That was a bitch to get off of there. Got that off of there. I think this hose here is leaking. One of these hoses need to be replaced. I think it's that one there. Oh yeah, it is that one. It'll be okay. We'll wait till it sprays my face, and then we'll be fine. But the hoses that would be most concerning would be them when they blow, because I think they're like 10,000 psi, or maybe I'm wrong. That'd be kind of interesting sitting on that. So anyway, other than that, that's been going good. This thing's been running great. Gets real, fairly good gas mileage. In the winter time, I don't expect to get as much with anything. It's getting around 35 to 40. That's with the engine running all the time. So, but it's so cold out, it's got to run, and windy every day. So, other than that, I've been doing okay. Just trying to get videos put together for you guys so it's more entertaining and you have something to watch when there's blizzards like this. I'm bored as heck. So, well, let's see here. Oh, and then my Avalanche is still for sale down there at the dealer. I see my grandma's car, that Chevy Cruze that I made in the video. That's down there. I sold that. Got rid of that. Geez, that wind is bad. Why do I live in South Dakota? Because of that? No, probably not. So, this thing should be fairly ready to go. And, I mean, that engine has treated me really, really well. So, yeah. Okay, and then I still got my Ford pickup. Like I said, it's in the back garage. I just put an interstate battery in there. I did not film it. I could have, but I didn't. So, well, anyway, we'll talk to you in a few and see what else I got to film.